everybody, my name is Kylan3639. Welcome back to another video. Today, in this one, it's going to be another card analysis video, and in this one, it's going to be on the new Kuriboh support that's coming out in Animation Chronicle, which doesn't have an official TCG release date just yet. So yeah, there's going to be more Kuribohs in the game. Like, there hasn't been a shit ton anyways. Maybe these actually do something this time. Now, of course, Kuriboh, everyone knows the original Kuriboh was in the original anime of Duel Monsters and stuff like that. But in the actual, card game and stuff, it hasn't really never been that good. It's never seen any meta play whatsoever, but they are releasing more support for the Kuriboh. So yeah, we're going to be covering those cards in this video, and then I'll give you my opinion on the new support at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the cards. So as you can see, we're on Yugioh organization. I'll put the link in the description down below for this article if you want to read it for yourself. As you can see, I moved my camera to the top right of the screen. That's because of I want to make sure you guys see the cards. And if it's on the bottom left, you guys won't really see the card. So I moved it to the top right. So without further ado, let's get into these cards. So the Kuriboh siblings have finally arrived. Let's see if they actually do something. So this first one is a Kuriboh. Okay, so it's a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster with 300 attack and 200 defense. Let's see, this card is always treated as a Kuriboh card. You can only use the first effect once per turn. Okay, so if this card or a Kuriboh monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can spell summon one monster with 300 attack and 200 defense from your deck except for Kuriboh. Okay, so when a Kuriboh monster itself or another Kuriboh monster would be destroyed, spell summon by battle. It has to be by battle specifically. You can spell summon one monster with 300 attack and 200 defense from your deck except for himself. So that's like I don't know if that's a really good effect, because it's like it has to be destroyed by battle, so your opponent would have to beat into it and not destroy it by card effect before it gets to that point. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting. The first effect, it's like whatever. And then the second effect, you contribute this card plus 4 monsters from your hand and/or field, one of each Kuriboh, and what the fuck, Kuriboh, and Kuriboh. Spell summon one Babylon, there we go, from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, so we're going to see, I'm assuming every card I just named off there. So that's its second effect, but that's a pretty, let's see if Babylon is actually very good here. On to the second one, a pink one here, a Kuriboh, a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster, 300 attack, 200 defense, just like the first one. Okay, this card is always treated as a Kuriboh card, and you can only use the first effect once per turn. When this card or your Kuriboh monster is destroyed by battle, add one spell or trap that specifically lists the card Kuriboh in its text from your deck to your hand. So another destroyed by battle effect again, so it has to be destroyed by battle. Don't know if that's ever going to happen in today's meta kind of thing. It's most likely going to be destroyed by card effects, but this doesn't look like an archetype that's going to be, meta defining or whatever kind of thing. So that's its first effect, and then its second effect, once per turn when your opponent declares an attack, if you control another Kuriboh monster, you can change the attack of all face-up monsters you currently control to 0 until the end of this turn. If you do, negate the attack. So that's very interesting. That's also not once per turn. So I guess if you have multiple of this card, you can actually do that multiple times a turn, kind of thing. So very interesting. It has a negate attack effect, like the original Kuriboh did. I think I could be wrong. I think it did. I don't know. I don't know my Kuribohs that much, I guess. Now on to the third one. However, we got Kuriboh. Level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster, just like all the others, 300 attack, 200 defense, kind of thing, and it's always treated as a Kuriboh card. Its first effect, that's apparently not once per turn. When your opponent declares an attack, you can discard this card, add one Kuriboh monster from your deck to your hand, except for Kuriboh. Okay, so, when your monster declares an attack, it seems like this archetype is going to be based around the battle phase and stuff like that. So, that's actually okay. Discard this card, add a Kuriboh monster kind of thing. Could be okay. And then the second effect is once per turn, quick effect. Discard one trap, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and loses 1500 attack until the end of this turn. And that's like alright. You have to discard a trap card, which is interesting there. But it feels like this pink one has a better one when it comes to that, where you could just negate the attack straight up, where this only loses 1500 attack, and these things have really small defense or attack and defenses. So it's like, I don't know if that's going to be that good. But yeah, it's an alright card, I guess. We got the blue Kuriboh, which is Kuriboh, a level 1 Dark Fiend effect monster, 300 attack, 200 defense, and is always treated as a Kuriboh card. First effect is a quick effect. Discard this card, target one Kuriboh monster you control. It gains 1500 attack. Okay, that actually might be okay. You know, it turns all the Kuribohs from 300 attack to 1800 attack, which is, you know, a significant difference, but, and considering if you activate the Kuriboh's effect during the battle phase, it might actually matter too. And then 2, you contribute this card, you control, plus 4 monsters from your hand or field, 1 energy of Kuriboh, Kuriboh, or Boo, and then Kuriboh, and then add 1 Curry Bandit. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a while, from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolve, normal summon 1 Fiend, a monster from your hand. That is very interesting. So you, of course, you tribute 1 of each of all the new Kuribohs and 1 other original Kuriboh, and then you add a Curry Bandit. That's very, very interesting. I like that effect very much. Maybe because I actually used Curry Bandit in the past, so, you know, very good there. Now on to a level 5, and this is the Curry Babylon, level 5 Dark Fiend effect monster. 1500 attack, 1000 defense. Interesting. Okay. You can only use either this card's first or third effect once per turn, and only once per turn. So you can only use the first or third effect, and then only once per turn. So if you use the first effect, you can't use the third effect. If you use the third effect, you can't use the first effect. Okay. So if you have more monsters in your graveyard than your opponent does, special summon this card from your hand. Wow, okay. Very interesting there. That's an interesting effect. If you go first, most likely will, you know, settle itself kind of thing. So interesting way to spell summon itself. Probably you can do it all the time kind of thing, especially in this deck. Second effect, it gains 300 attack and defense for each Kuriboh monster you control and in your graveyard. So if you control multiple Kuribohs and stuff like that, you know, you gains attack boost kind of thing. Alright, not too bad. And then its third effect, during your main phase or battle phase. Quick effect. Return this card to your hand if you do special summon 1 Kuriboh, Kuriboh, and Kuriboh, and 1 Kuriboh from your hand and or graveyard in attack position. Very interesting. So return itself and then basically summon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters from your hand or graveyard. That is very, very interesting effect. I can see why they don't want you to have its first and third effects at the same time kind of thing. Because if you get its first effect just to spell summon itself out and then return it to get the 5 other monsters onto the field, that could be a little ridiculous. So I can see why they limited that part of the card. But you know what? Honestly, not a bad, you know, boss monster kind of thing for the deck. Not that bad. And then a spell and trap card for the deck. It's a normal spell card. It's called 5-Star Twilight. You can only activate 1 card with its card's name per turn. My bad about that. So its effect is if the only monster you control is a level 5 monster, tribute it, special summon 1 Kuriboh, 1 Kuriboh, 1 Kuriboh, and 1 Kuriboh from your hand, deck, or graveyard. It includes deck in this, but they cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. That's very interesting. So if you just have any generic level 5 monster in your on the field, you can just end up tributing to get all the Kuribohs on from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Includes deck. That is very, very good. That includes deck there. And then you get basically, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters from your deck. Man, that would be pretty good. I really like the spell and boss monster for the deck. The other Kuribohs, you know, it's take it or leave it kind of thing. But you know, the spell and the boss monster is very, very good. They cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. Doesn't matter. They most likely would go for a link summon if you really think about it. But yeah, that is it for the entire support, in matter of fact. So without further ado, let's get into my opinions on the deck. So is the new Kuriboh support any good? It's okay. You know, clearly the new Kuriboh support is not meant to be like a meta deck, anything. It revolves around the battle phases and stuff like that. So clearly it's not supposed to be meta, but for the actual archetype itself, it seems to be like a fun deck to be the battle phase. You have this boss monster that can, you know, gain attack depending on how many Kuribohs you have in the you control and in your graveyard. Then we can special return them to the hand to special summon like 5 monsters onto the field and get into like a Link summon or an XYZ summon, because they are level 1s in matter of fact, so you can access the rank 1 engine. So yeah, this can be very interesting. I think it's okay. I don't think it's going to change the meta in any way, but for the archetype itself, it seems to be alright. You know, the new Kuriboh support, you know, people are going to love the new Kuriboh support, but in the terms of meta, you know, it's not going to really do anything for the meta, but it should be a fun deck to use, and I can't wait until it comes out. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content on the channel. I do upload every single day, except for Saturday and Sunday. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.